Hello from what will become the Tottenham Court Road station on the new Elizabeth line being built by Crossrail across London. Now, the challenges of Crossrail are well known. The scheme's going to be around 2.5 years late and over £2 billion over budget. It's right that we learn from that to ensure it doesn't happen again. But I guess looking beyond the construction phase, what awaits Londoners is shorter journey times, better connections, an economic boost, and a station down here at Tottenham Court Road that's unlike anything I've seen before.
Extending over 100 kilometres, Crossrail is constructing the Elizabeth line across London, from Reading and Heathrow in the west, beneath the centre of the city, and out to Shenfield and Abbey Wood in the east. With 41 new and upgraded stations and over 42 kilometres of new tunnels under one of the world's most historic and densely occupied cities, the project is by far the largest undertaking in Europe. And despite its delays and cost overruns, the project's £18 billion final construction cost is likely to be offset by the £42 billion it adds to the UK economy. The central section of the Elizabeth Line's route, which passes through the heart of the city, is the most complex, and the building of new tunnels and stations has often had to contend with surrounding structures and other projects taking place above the Crossrail team's sites.
Now, the new station here at Tottenham Court Road in fact has two entrances, one under a new plaza in front of Centrepoint at the eastern end, and another here on Dean Street at the western end. Now, those two entrances to this station have been designed to look different, to fit in with their surrounding context, to fit in with those parts of London. Here at the western end, you can see it's slightly darker internally to fit in with the surrounding nocturnal economies, the nightlife that I'm sure many of you are familiar with here at this part of London. Here at the eastern entrance to Tottenham Court Road, you can see there's a bit of a different feel as compared to what we found over at Dean Street just a moment ago. There's even this artwork on the wall, which is actually a secret map of this part of London. So this here is Soho Square. This is the Dean Street entrance to Tottenham Court Road. And there's other stations and landmarks and basically the city kind of map built into the artwork here on the wall in Tottenham Court Road station on the Elizabeth line. Something you wouldn't really know unless someone told you. So Lih-Ling, how long have you been involved on the Crossrail station project and what's your role on the scheme?
So I've actually been on the Crossrail project since 2009 and I've really seen my career progress in that time. I started off as a cost engineer. I was the LU interface manager for a while. I became the MEP package manager at Tottenham Court Road, field engineering supervisor, supervisor's rep, and actually now I'm the project manager for Tottenham Court Road station for Crossrail.
What's been the hardest part of the station build down here at Tottenham Court Road?
Oh, good grief. Well, I've been really lucky in order to be able to see one whole part of Crossrail going from demolition to what you see now. I've seen the tunnel boring machines come through. The tunnel boring machines, when they came through Tottenham Court Road, came very close to within the toes of one of the piles, and they had to do that operation over the live operational Northern Line, so that was a very, very critical exercise. But actually, I think tunnel boring machine, sorry tunnellers, is quite straightforward because you're the master or the mistress of your own destiny. I think now is one of the most complicated times because when Tottenham Court Road station for the Elizabeth line opens, it will actually be part of the existing Tottenham Court Road station, which is the Northern Line and the Central Line.
So this phase, the systems and testing, this is more difficult than building a huge tunnel under London?
Yep, in my view, that is the case.
You've been involved here for 11 years now. What's it going to feel like when that day comes, when you see the first people walking along these concourses and using this station?
Well, it's going to be amazing. I think everyone who's involved on Crossrail feels such ownership and such pride about what we're achieving. I mean, we're building something that's going to be lasting for at least 120 years. It's going to be amazing, and I think Londoners and anybody else from around the world, when they ride Crossrail, when they ride the Elizabeth line, they will be blown away at this amazing world-class project.
Do you find that the delays and the cost overruns, has that kind of taken the edge off for you? Has it been more difficult to be proud of the project because of that?
Absolutely not. Of course, we were very disappointed when we were unable to open in December 18. I don't think that I understood the complexity of what we had left to do. I sincerely had thought at that time that between us we could make it work. but there has been a huge amount of assurance that we need to produce, because it doesn't matter how good a job you do, if you can't demonstrate that you've done the right thing, you've built to the right standard, you've built to the right specification, then it's worthless.
There's a lot of young people watching trying to work out what they want to do with their lives. There's a lot of people in other industries fed up with their jobs. What's the best thing about your job? Why do you do this every day?
People. People think that engineering or construction is all about mud and dirt and machines and technical, and yes, there is that aspect of it, but to build an amazing mega project like the Elizabeth Line takes people, and frankly it's the bringing together of people, it's the teamwork, the camaraderie, the technical solutions, and agreeing of those or disagreeing, and bringing all of those people together in order to deliver something amazing, to me is one of the most fulfilling pieces about my job.
The new station down here at Tottenham Court Road really is impressive. Yes, Crossrail's had its challenges, we're all familiar with that, but we mustn't let that overshadow what's actually been achieved down here. You know, where I'm walking used to be solid earth, and now it's a major station on a major new railway that's going to make a huge difference to millions of people's lives and the economy of this country. People like Lih-Ling and her teams do stuff like this every day. That's the power of construction, that's the impact it can have, not just on people, but on whole cities and on whole countries' economies. It really is the coolest industry in the world. As ever guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the B1M, and we'll see you soon.